Okay, so for those of you who are kind of in the twilight zone with me, it is 2 p.m. on Tuesday, March 31st. I have no idea. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, it's Groundhog Day again. So if you're kind of feeling the same way as I am, this is exactly where you need to be right now. And tell a friend, all right? We all need these moments, although it might just seem like we have so much time on our hands, we need to make best use of our time that we have now, changing up our new normal and finding moments to really truly take care of ourselves. So today's workout, I'm going to come on down, is going to be more strength inspired. For me, it's going to be kind of getting some of that stress and anxiousness out of my body. Right? Whatever it takes to bring us to a healthy place right now. So if you just want to start here with me, everyone texted their friends, right? Told them to log on. Because we all know we need this right now. And this is a great workout. Even if you've never done yoga before, welcome. Okay, I'll be offering modifications, suggestions for every single level. Or at least I'll try my best to do so. And as always, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Okay? Yoga's never supposed to hurt. Exercise is never supposed to hurt. It's supposed to challenge us, but that's about it. So let's just start this afternoon. Gosh, I don't even know where I am. Let's start this afternoon. Inhale, everyone, lift on up. Big breath, and exhale the breath. So, breathing in yoga. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose if that works for you. And if not, just find a comfortable rhythm that does work for you. So just start to bring yourselves into this present moment. Forget about everything else that's going on. No homeschooling going on right now. Nope, not for this hour. Just focusing on you. Bringing your focus to the inside, not to the outside of your body. And think about that breath traveling down into your belly right now. Exhaling all the way out. And now inhale, take the breath down into your hips, letting your knees drop open. Letting go of some of that tension that might be stored in those large pockets right at your hip. Feel your breath winding its way up and down your spine. And see if you can lift your ribs a little bit further away from your hips without lifting those knees. Somehow I always find length, I feel like my knees lift up a little bit. Try not to let that happen. And now everyone, let's just add some rotation here. So bringing that left arm across to the outside of the right leg and look over the right shoulder. So if this is your first time tuning into yoga with me, or maybe this is your first time ever doing yoga with me, I try my best to cue my left and my right as mirrors. But sometimes I forget, and sometimes I mess up. If this was a drinking game, we could drink every time I said the wrong right or left. That would be fun, but we shouldn't drink while doing yoga. And other side. So they asked me for a description about different yoga classes. I didn't think about drinking yoga. Didn't even come to my mind until now. That might be on next week's schedule. We'll see. Anything we can do to get through this. And now looking over your left shoulder as your right arm is across. That one might have to be done late at night. And just coming on back to center. Place your hands just in front of your heart. And now lift them on up. Interlace the hands and let's hold the heavens. So pressing on up, having those arms frame your face and just a little press back to the arms. Just feeling those shoulders waking up. And now taking the hands back behind your head and feel your head resting right in the palms of your hands. So taking the weight of your head and taking some of that weight into the hands. Inhale the breath here. Exhale, let the right elbow tip down and the left elbow tilt up. And again, just feel your head pressing back into your hands. So that way you keep your head in line with your spine. And bringing it back up and to the other side. So I feel like I have much more limited range of movement on this than I do when standing and side bending. That's because I'm keeping the weight balanced on both sit bones. So if you feel one sit bone light, kind of readjust it. You might notice in your range of motion might also change. All good. And onto all fours, everyone. So just set your hands up right beneath your shoulders and your knees right beneath your hips. So now you have a long, flat back, right? Everybody take a deep breath in here, exhale and round the back, tuck the chin in, and then inhale, coming on back, flat back, or looking on up. And continuing here, cat pose is when the back is rounded, and then coming through cow with a flat back or an arch back, looking on up. Continuing here between the two poses and connecting your breath. This is one of my favorite ways to start a yoga class. It's just an easy way of getting into that movement of your breath, initiating what your body is doing, as opposed to reacting to your body. And just coming to a flat back. Everyone step back 1 foot at a time in a plank position. And now we're going to press straight back into down dog without moving your hands or feet, pressing the heels down. So let's try this again. Come back into plank position. Hands and feet should remain right in place. Feet hip width apart. And now exhale the breath. Press back up into down dog. Hands and feet still in place. So if it feels like your hands and feet are a little wider apart than they normally are, that's okay. This is where you should be set up for down dog. All right, lifting up the heels nice and high, everybody. Bend the knees deep. Now press your chest back to your thighs. Feel your shoulders working. Hold your body still. From your wrists to your hips, just straighten your legs. That's it, coming a little deeper into your down dog. This is a strength-inspired workout, so we're going to be holding poses a little bit longer sometimes, or maybe working a little quicker other times. But definitely finding some ways to challenge ourselves. Just bringing intensity into movements we already know. And everybody glide forward into plank again. Hands and feet still in place. Nice job. All right, so just holding your plank, let's let the knees touch down. Now we're going to lower down, hold at the bottom, and press back up. Lower down, hold, press back up. Yep, that's kind of like a push-up. And lower down, hold, press back up. So if you don't feel like doing this, you can always ignore it, or you can just hold at the bottom, or stay right here until we're done. Let's do it again. Lower down and hold, and come on back up. One more time, we're going to hold on the bottom now. Lower down and hold it here for 3, 2, 1, just let the hips touch. Lift up through the torso. Hips are still down, just roll the shoulders away. So you're just here in cobra. Chin is dropped down, so your head's in line with your spine. Lengthening the legs here, knees are off. And let's press back into child's pose. So a great place to go if you need a break at all. The sun salutation part this morning is going to be you working more at your own pace. So if you need a break during it at all, this is where you go. Keep in mind it's still a pose. So energy out of the fingertips, sit bones pressing back to the heels, staying active here. And now let's come on back up into downward dog. All right, just landmarking some lunges here. Step forward with the right foot. Help it up if you need to. Now take a moment, make sure that that knee is right over the ankle. You don't want it in front or behind. Okay, so directly over it. Hands should be nice and light that you can lift off if you needed to. That's it, and back into down dog. Pressing the heels down, sit bones up high, and left foot. Bend the knees and take the left foot up between the hands. Again, you can help it up if you need to. That way you get the knee right over the ankle. And just sinking into this, little check with the hands, make sure you can lift off, and take it on back into downward dog. All right, let's walk the dog. Bend the right knee, press the left heel down, and switching whenever it feels good. So stretching out your feet, toes, making those ankles work a little bit. Alrighty, lifting up both heels, lowering them both down. And now everybody, let's go for a walk back to the back of our mats. Hold here. Okay, forward fold. If you're not quite ready for this, if your hamstrings are really screaming, take your hands onto the front of the legs, either onto the shins or up above the knees. Otherwise, you can just hang here like a rag doll. And now just slowly roll it on up. Inhale, salute the sun. And hands to the heart. All right, so sun salutations today. We're going to pass through 3 times, work at your own pace. If you don't feel like doing that, you can always hold downward dog, then you'll understand more as we kind of work through it. So let's just start here. Inhale, lift the arms up. Take a little back bend, press the hips forward as the arms reach back. Open the arms here. And coming down into your forward fold. Hang here. Try to get that weight balance in all 4 corners of your feet as you're hanging. Don't let it shift back to the heels. And now everybody walk it on out. Plank position. So 3 times we're going to do this. You can lower your knees first, lower the body, drop the hips, lift on up through cobra, and take it on back into downward dog. Coming through all 4s, or just a big push up and back. So that's 1. Let's do it again. 2, option to lower the knees or not, your choice. Hips touch, coming up through cobra, pressing on back into downward dog. Taking your options. 3, again, working at your pace. Once we get to 3, we're just going to hold it here. Everybody, lift up your heels. Bend your knees deep. Keep the body still from your wrist to your hips and just lengthen the legs. Hopefully feeling a little bit of a different stretch in your hamstrings. Walk it on back. Tuck the chin in and roll it up. We're going to do this again. Inhale, lift up. Hips pressing forward. Open the arms up. And diving down. Let's go for a walk and then pass through 3 times. Your Shavasana. Ready? And lower it down. And coming back on up. Returning back, working here at your pace. You can go as quick or as slow as you would like to go. You don't have to stay with me. This is your practice. What I'd like you to try to do, though, is to keep your movements connected to your breath. So you decide, are you going to go 1 breath for every movement, or maybe 2? Inhale and exhale through. Either way is fine. But once you get to that 3rd one, let's just hold down dog. And everybody lift your heels. Bend the knees deep. Keep the body still from your wrist to your hips. Lengthen the legs. Woo, feeling those hamstrings. Walk it on back. And roll it on up. Inhaling, lifting on up. Taking the back bend, opening it up and diving back down. Let's repeat. Set it on up and 3 times. Using whatever options work for you. And you can always alternate the options through. You don't have to do it the same way each time. I know I have 1 more to do. I'm going to do this one a little slower. Alrighty, we're all here together. Lift the heels up, bend the knees deep, press the chest to the thighs, hold the body still, lengthen the legs, and walk it on back. Tuck and roll. 1 more time, lift it on up. Hips pressing forward, open it up, and diving down. Walk it on out. 3 times. Last time, everyone. Again, working at the pace that works best for you with the options that work best for you. Connecting your breath and your movements. was 3 for me. Hopefully it was 3 for you as well. And heels up high. Bend the knees deep. Extend the legs. And walk it on back. Roll it on up. Lift up and hands to the heart. All right, so that was our first sun salutation. I have another one for us today. Okay, bring your feet together, and actually let's come to the center of the mat. Sorry, we're gonna work now from the center. Have a seat in powerful pose. That's it. Circle the hands around to the top of the thighs and press and extend. Lower the body on down. Walk or jump on back, landing in plank position. We're gonna go down slow and hold it at the bottom. So I like the number 3 today. Down for 3, hold it at the bottom. Remember, knees can come first, and then it's 1, 2, 3, hold. Hips touch, lift on up through cobra, and let's press it on back into downward dog. Stepping forward with the right foot. Lift the hands on up, and open them on up, lift up. Hands down to either side of the foot, step it on back. And now left foot up between the hands. Arms come on up. And open it on up. That's it. Hands down. Step it back. Look up. Walk or jump the feet up to the hands. Hang here. Roll it on up. Lift up high. And have a seat. Circle those hands around and press and extend. Deep breath in, exhale, lower down. Walk or jump back into plank position. Lower it down, 3 counts, hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Hips touch. Lifting back up. Returning on back, downward dog. Let's go right foot up again to keep it simple. And lift it on up. Opening on up, sinking into it. Hands down, step it back. And left foot up between the hands. Now, if you're having trouble with balance, lower that back knee. All good. Open on up. Hands down. Step it back. Look up. Walk or jump the feet back up to the hands. And roll it on up. Going again. Lifting up. And exhale. Can you sink down a little deeper this time? Yes. Yes, you can. Hands circle around. Press and lengthen. And lower it down. Walk or jump back. Lower down for 3. Hold at the bottom. Hold it here. Hips touch. Lift on up. And return on back. Stepping forward, right foot up. Option to lower the left knee down. And lift it on up. Open the arms. Hands down. Step it back. Forward with the left foot. Knee over the ankle. And reach. Open it on up. And hands down. Step back. Walk or jump feet back up to the hands, everyone. Hang here. Tuck and roll. One more time at this pace. And have a seat. Take the hands around. Press and extend. And exhale, float back down. Bring it back into your plank position. Walk or jump. Lower down, hold it at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Hips touch. Coming back up. Returning back. Down dog. Right foot stepping up between the hands. Knee over that ankle and press on back. Open it on up. Hands down. Step back, downward dog. Left foot coming forward. Lift it on up. And open it up. Hands down. Step back. Walk or jump back up. And roll it on up. Last time, moving slow. And have a seat. Okay. So arms are right up, framing your face. Try to look straight ahead. Try not to look down. Keeping your shoulders back. Energy out of the fingertips. Now, circle those hands around. Press and lengthen. Keeping that weight balance in all 4 corners of your feet. Don't let the shoulders roll forward. Pull them back. Press against your legs. Find some more length. Everyone, deep breath in. Now as you exhale, fold down and hang here. Hang here. Use your breath, fold a little deeper each time you exhale. Ready, set. Let's walk or jump back into plank position. You here with me? Okay. Everyone, you can lower your knees first, but we're going down a little slower and holding a little longer. Okay? Let's do it. Lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. 5, 4, your knees can go down. 3, 2, and hips touch. Roll the shoulders and come on up. Just hang here in cobra. Elbows in tight, legs are long, knees are off, everyone. Keep your tootsies down. Keep squeezing those elbows in, heads in line with your spine. Ready, set, back to down dog. Heels pressing down, sit bones pressing higher. Feel your hands pressing into the mat, and now take your heart back to your thighs. Easy breath. Look up, right foot stepping up between the hands. Now you can always lower that back knee down. Arms are going to come on up, sink into this here. So if your knee is off, make sure that back leg is straight and strong. If the knee is down, it's awesome too. Look up. And now open the arms. Keep the thumbs pulling back. Nice, everyone. And hands go down to either side of the foot. Step back into downward dog. Left foot stepping up. Help it up if you need to. Remember, back knee down is a great option. Otherwise, keeping the right leg straight. Sink into this. And look up. Pressing the thumbs back, open the arms. Beautiful, everyone. And hands back down. Step it on back, downward dog. Look up, walk or jump the feet back up to the hands. Hang here. So again, using your breath, seeing where you can take this pose. And let's start to roll it back up. Restack the spine. Lift it all up. And hands to the heart. All right, feeling a little invigorated. We're gonna try a pose that is one of my favorites. So for balance today, normally I do standing strength balances, but for today I thought we would take it down and just work a little bit on bird. So start here, everybody. Come on down, crouch yourself on down. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want you to start to feel your weight transferring into your hands. And for maybe you, this is all you get to today, and that's okay. When was the last time you thought about putting the weight into your hands, transferring it there? Hey, it feels kind of scary sometimes. Now, if this is something you are comfortable with, lift up one foot. Now notice my elbow and my knee are making contact with each other. The leg's just not out here. It's actually pressing up against an elbow. Come on back. Maybe the other side. Lift up. And press it on back. Right, shake out your wrists and try it again. Now, ultimately, let's see if I can even do this today. You want to be able to lift up both feet, and if you can, bring your big toes together. And just find your balance here. Now, if you're doing this at home with your son or your husband, I'm assuming that I'm talking to most of the people in my class are women, so no offense to your men. Thank you for all of you who've been supporting me and coming to my classes for years. But men, you all have, no matter if you've been coming or not, an advantage. Okay, women, our centers are here. Men, your centers are here in yoga. And for women, it's harder for us to balance in this. So I've had men who have never done a yoga class before who can come in and do this pose. And you know, us women out there who struggle with it, we usually kind of get a little upset about that. All right, so if you're doing this with your husband or your son who's never done yoga before and they can go right into this pose, there is a reason for it. All right, so let's just try it one more time, everybody. Hands, feeling that weight into the hands. And then if you want, you can lift up 1 foot or 2 foot, bringing those big toes together, Keep the breath going. Talking in this pose is more challenging than I thought it would be. And let's come on out. And shake it on out. Nice. And I should have said, when I got certified for this, for teaching yoga, in my manual, it actually said to cue, not to face plant. So I'm sorry if I left that cue out earlier, but in case you try this pose later on, the goal is to make sure you do not face plant. Let's go back to down dog, everyone. So come on back onto your mat, heels pressing down, sit bones pressing high. Let's lift the right leg up high to the sky. Bend at the knee. And now lift up the left heel and slide that right knee up with you. So holding it here, keeping the knee lifted. Trying not to let the foot touch, and also making sure that you're not rounding in the shoulders. So do me a favor, press your heart forward and lift the knee up. That's it. Can you hold the knee up a little bit higher? Can you lift your toes up a little higher? Can you point the toes? Make them look pretty. That's it, just holding it here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, three-legged dog, press all the ways back up. Straight leg. Flex the foot hard. And let's take a walk back now to the left leg. So one hand at a time, still keeping that leg up high. Walking yourselves in towards that left leg. Pressing your chest towards the thigh. Flexing hard into that right foot. And walk it back out, lowering all the ways back down into your plank. Okay, keeping the right hand down, lift the left hand up, and come into your side plank. All right, so any modification of this. You can lower that right knee, you can step the left foot in front, whatever works best for you, but we're just gonna stay here in the side plank, and I'd like you to take your left arm up by the ear and lift your hips a little bit. That's it. So keep lengthening along the left side. See if you can reach your fingertips a little farther away from your feet. That's it, keep stretching. 3, 2, place now that left foot in front, if it's not already there. Lift the arm straight up, and now we're gonna stretch back. So reach back with that left hand. Open it up, try to get your heart to face up towards the sky. Easy breath still. And coming back into plank position. Lower the knees or just lower the body. Hips touch, coming back up through cobra, and let's go back to down dog. Ooh. Okay, everyone, left leg up high. Bend at the knee, keep the knee lifting, pressing into the hands, lift the right heel up, and now glide that left knee up. Holding it here. So pressing the heart through again, not letting the knee or the foot touch. Are you holding your breath? Stop, breathe. No yoga pose went better because someone held their breath. I would cue you, promise me, I promise you. I will give you what you need to get through this. Holding your breath is not gonna help. Ready, set, press up. Straight leg. That's it. Lengthening here, three-legged dog. Press into the hands, lift the leg up a little higher. And now everyone lift the right heel up and glide the left leg down. We're gonna turn now to the other side. Right arm up, take any of your options, and right arm up by the ear, lifting the hips. So remember, you can always lower down that left knee or step the right foot in front, where we're going to in a moment anyway. Keep reaching here, lengthening, hips lifting. All right, everybody, step the right foot in front, lift the right hand straight up, and now reach it back. A little rotation here. That's it, keep rotating, squeezing your inner thighs together. And let's return back into plank position. Shoulders back over the wrists and lower down. Hips come down, chest lifts, cobra, and back to down dog. Stepping forward with the right foot. Left heel down, let's go into our warrior poses. So warrior one. Back leg is straight and strong, shoulders and hips are square. That's it, keep using that back leg. Deep breath in. Use the exhale, come down. Thank you. That was great. I know you all got deeper on that. I could tell. All right, we're going to take now left hand to the back of the left leg, right arm is up and reach back. So it's a warrior one, sun warrior combination here. Usually we come into sun warrior from warrior two, but I thought I'd change it up a little bit. And coming on up, both arms up. Now we're going to change it up a little bit more. Right arm to the back of the left leg. And left arm up, stretch back, sink a little lower. And one hand at a time, come on down, right leg up high. Glide into plank position, leg lowers down. And lower the body. Hips touch, lift on up through cobra, and press on back into down dog. Left foot stepping up. Right heel down. Lift it on up for warrior one. Square it off. All right, ready? We're going to take that breath. Inhale here. Exhale, coming down a little deeper. All right, let's go back. Right hand back. Left arm up and reach back. Sinking into this. Holding on to that right leg for a little bit of support. And both arms come back up. Square off in the shoulders. Now left arm reaches back for the right leg and reach back. Sinking a little bit more into it. Awesome. Arms up. Hands down. Left leg's gonna reach straight up. All right, I forgot before. We didn't go for a walk on this side. So walk it on back now to the right leg. Sorry about that. Then take the stretch. Nice. Keep pressing your chest to your thigh. And now just walking it back out. Gradually letting that leg lower down. Ready, set, lower the knees, or lower just the body. Coming back up, and returning back. Down dog. Right foot up between the hands, everybody. And left heel down. Back to that warrior one. Use the breath, sink a little lower. Hold it down there and open up to warrior two. All right, so focusing over the right hand. You got it. Deep breath in. We're going down a little lower. Yeah. Trying to get that right thigh parallel to the mat. Keep reaching and extending the arms. All right, reach forward, everyone. Right elbow down, left arm up by the ear. Sink a little lower into this. Now keep reaching from your left foot to your left fingertips. Lengthen here. All right. Let's bring on a little bit more. Left arm comes back behind you. And if you'd like, you can hook it on that right thigh. Roll the left shoulder back and look over it. So finishing here. Easy breath. If you want to bind the pose, you certainly can. Take that left arm, place the hand on your right butt cheek, and then take the right hand, place it on your right butt cheek. You'll find your left hand, but try to keep your torso lifted here. That's it. Keep that shoulder back, look over that left shoulder. And everybody, hands down to either side of the foot. Let's lift that right leg up high. This time, glide forward, coming back into plank position. Hold it right here in plank. All right, we're going to lower the knees first. And let's go back to those little push-ups we did at the beginning. Let's do it 3 times. So lower down, hold, and lift and hold. That was 1. Lower down and hold, and lift and hold. 1 more time. Lower down and hold, and lift and hold. This time we're going down and holding. Hold it here. Hips touch, coming back up through cobra, and pressing on back into down dog. Ooh. Keep the heels pressing down. Keep the hands grounding into the mat. And now look up, left foot forward, up between the hands. Right heel down and arms are up. Yeah. Now open it on up into warrior two. That's it, sinking low. Ready? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down just a little deeper. Thank you. And now reaching forward. Elbow down, right arm up by the ear. Sink into it. Now ground into that right foot and reach your fingertips away. Keeping that arm still right next to your face, right back by your ear. Keeping that right shoulder rolling back. Take the arm back behind you, and if you can, hook it onto your thigh. And then look over the right shoulder to finish the pose. That's it, stay low into the legs. Now, if you'd like a little bit more and you want to bind it, place that right hand on your left butt cheek. Here it is. Left hand comes underneath, finds it, and then lift up in the torso. Focus over the right shoulder again. Keeping the torso lifted, back leg straight. Nice, everybody. Ready to move on? And hands down, left leg up high. Whew. All right, let's glide back into plank position and just hold it here. So now, option to lower your knees or not. We're gonna lower down and hold, lift and hold 3 times. And lower down, hold, and lift and hold. And lower down and hold, and lift and hold. One more. Lower down and hold, and lift and hold. Woo, let's go into it now. Lower down, hips touch, lift on up through cobra, and come on back into down dog. Right foot up between the hands. The rest of my day goes so slow. I just looked at the clock. Why is this hour going so fast? Back heel down, arms up. I guess because this is the best part of my day. And open on up into warrior two. Stay down deep into this. All right, everybody, lengthen both legs here. Triangle time. Reach forward and tilt. Okay. Now, keeping your body extended here with one straight line from your from your left hip. There we go, we would have a drink. Left hip to left shoulder. Keep it all open. That's it. Now let's go into some balance. Focusing down to your right foot. Bend the knee, reach your right fingertips down, a little step in with the left foot, and up you go. Once you're up, try to change your focus and look straight ahead. That's it. Now I like to flex my left foot and pretend it's pressing up against an imaginary wall. So one straight line from your left wrist all the way to your left shoulder, to the right shoulder, to the right wrist. One straight line. That's it, hand to hand. Trying to keep that leg at hip height. You ready to step back to warrior two? Let's go. Warrior two. Drop back into it. All right, hold it right here. Just give me a little lift to that right heel. Yeah, sink down a little deeper. It's good to challenge ourselves here. Right, especially when we're nice and warmed up. See if you can come down just a little. Thank you, a little bit more. I know you did it. All right, heel down, hands down, step back to downward dog. All right, so just like we did in the beginning, everybody. Lift the heels up high, bend the knees deep, press your chest against your thighs, and really work to keep the body still, and just lengthen the legs. Should feel like a better stretch now that you're warmed up. Okay, let's go left foot up first, and right heel down. Coming back up for warrior one. Opening back up into warrior two. All right, lengthen both legs, reach, and let's come into triangle. So now you get to see my other side. So straight line from the hip to the shoulder. That's it, keep lengthening here. All right, are we ready for a little balance? Bend the knee, fingertips touch down, a little step in, and up you go. Looking straight ahead once you find your balance. Trying to keep the leg at hip height. And again, I like to flex my foot. A straight line from hand to hand. Shoulders are stacked. Once you're here, it's not so bad. Keep the breath flowing. And let's do a big step back, land in warrior two. Whew, come down nice and low. Focusing over your left fingertips, give that left heel a little lift. And then see if you can come down a little deeper. You got it. All right, everybody, heel down, hands down, and just step back. Lift the heels up high. Bend the knees deep. Feel the chest pressing against the thighs. And then hold the body still and just lengthen the legs. Glide into plank position. Lower the knees. Sit up. Okay. Hero's pose right here. So you have a straight line, shoulders, hips, knees. So we're going to go into camel first with two fists on the small part of your back. I don't know where I came up with little fists. But two fists at the small part of your back, elbows pointing straight back. All right, so camel with the elbows pointing straight back. You can have your feet flat or you can have your toes tucked under, whatever works better for you. I prefer to tuck my toes under because then I get a little bonus of a little stretch into my tootsies as well. Always good to have a metatarsal stretch. So elbows back, lift the chin, press the hips forward. Now, you can use your fists to drive those hips forward and lift your chin up. That's it. Keep the elbows squeezing back behind you. Lift your chin high. And just come on back up. All right, let's go with one hand down. So it's easier if you have your toes tucked under. Reach back. I'm going to start with my left hand. We're going to do both sides, whatever works better for you. Right hand up and just reach. Now, keep the hips pressing forward. You don't want to be back here. And notice then the hips are not over the knees. Bam, get those hips over the knees and reach the right hand up. And come on back up, both arms up. Let's go to the other side. Right hand back, hips pressing forward, left arm up. Don't be this person back here. Keep those hips pressing over the knees. And both arms up. You ready to do both? Let's go. One hand, two hand, hips pressing forward. Again, you don't want to be back here for the quad stretch. You want to be up here, hips right over those knees, chin lifting high. Squeeze the shoulders back. That's it, everybody. And one arm up, other arm up, come on back up. Now, your choice. You can do that same thing again, any variation of it. One arm, other arm, both arms. Whoa, and we can untuck the toes. All right, we already got the metatarsal stretch in. Let's give it a little bit more of a challenge. So let's just start off. One hand back, hips pressing forward. Your choice. You can just stay right here and then switch, or you can go both arms back. And then press those hips forward, lift the chin up. And hold it here for 3. Squeeze the shoulders back 2. Press the hips forward a little bit more. And one arm up, other arm up. Child's pose. Ooh. Extend those arms. That was awesome. All right. One forearm and elbow down, other one. Two fists right here. Tuck the toes up, under, and we're coming up into dolphin. So ground into your forearms. Keep the hips lifting up high. And now everybody lift up the right leg, left heel pressing down. Ground into the forearms. Press the knuckles against each other. And just lower the leg down. Other side. Keep grounding into the forearms. And lower it down. All right. Walk it back up. Ooh. And walk back. Hands to the feet, to the back of the mat, where we initially started. Roll it on up. Salute the sun. Press the hips forward. Open the arms. And dive on down. Walk it on out. And 3 times we're going to go through this. All right, last time we're going to be here. So 3 times. Lower down. Hips touch. Work at your pace. And maybe you don't want to do 3 times. Maybe you just want to do 1 and wait there and down dog. That's fine. Your choice. Wherever you are, pay attention to your breath, keeping it nice and smooth and steady, working to connect your movements to your breath. I often like to revisit sun salutations just because I think it feels different at the beginning than at the end. And we're all together here. Walking on back, one hand at a time. And roll it on up. Salute the sun. And walk to the center of your mats or up to the front. Have a seat. Sink low, arms extended long. Circle the hands around to the top of the thighs and press and extend. Pause here. Feel the hands into the front of the legs. Shoulders rolling, pulling back, not rolling forward. Keeping that weight balanced in all four corners of your feet. Everyone, deep breath in. Exhale, release. Ooh. Walk or jump on back into your plank position. We're going to lower down slow and hold it on the bottom. So lower down for 3, for 2, for 1, hold. Hips touch. Lift back up through cobra. And return on back into down dog. Stepping forward with the right foot. Help it up if you need to. Arms up. Reach back. Open the arms. And hands down. Step back into downward dog. Feels different for me. I wonder if it feels different for you too. And other leg up. Lift up. And open on up. And hands down. Step on back. Look up. Walk or jump the feet back up to the top of the mat. And just roll it on. Salute the sun. And hands to the heart. Okay, let's come on down onto the mat. All right, so let's start off here. One leg in front, one leg in back for 90-90s. Okay? So have it set up. Take your left arm across, your right arm back, and just rotate here. Trying to get your right knee down towards the mat and feeling a balance if you can between both sit bones. So once I want both sit bones down, bam, my right knee comes up. All right, so squaring off, you want to try to find that balance in your hips. You don't want to have one hip jacked up. All right, but my hips are so tight that I can't get this knee down. All right, so try to have that balance in your hips and turn and rotate. Use the breath, use the exhale here. All right, let's lift on up, going to the other side. So just lift up and other side here. Okay, again, so you want to feel your hips square, both of them level. You don't want to have one hip jacked up. Yes, if you have tight hips like me, your knee is going to be up a little higher. Okay, but you have that balance. You're lifting up here, and then turn and rotate, right arm across. Look over the left. So keep using your breath. Come on back to center. All right, we're going to go over a hip opening stretch. It's really hard for me. Hopefully you'll have more luck with it than I will. But I think it's a good effective one. So I'm going to start off right now. Notice that my left knee is in line with my hip. All right? Then I place my right foot on top. Now ideally this would just drop open, but not on me. All right? Now you want to keep that hip forward. Walk yourselves on back. All right, so I'm not in line with my mat. Okay, I'm squared off to you on the camera. I'm using now my right heel to hold down that left knee. Ideally, that leg floats back, but I can't, okay? I am gonna keep my foot flexed though because you don't wanna sickle your ankle. Real important, you'll feel it in your knee if you do it wrong. All right, and roll it on back. And again, you want this to drop down. You can come all the way down if you'd like and keep using that right heel to press down that left knee. Ultimately, remember that right knee, even though mine is pointed straight up, you want it dropped open. Now you might say to yourself, why in the world? You stay where you are, I'm coming out. You stay where you are, because you can do the pose, I can't. You might say to yourself, why in the world would the instructor pick a pose? She could pick any pose. Why would she pick a pose she can't do? Because there's nothing wrong with not being perfect in each one of your poses. I was feeling something. I was feeling exactly what I was supposed to feel, a great hip stretch. All right, did it look pretty? Absolutely not. Was I safe and effective? Yes. Did it look horrible? Yes, but that's okay. It's not always about how it looks. It's really about how it feels and the benefits of what you're doing. All right, so if you're doing these workouts and you're like, I can't do it like that, I can't do it like this, neither can I. Everybody has good ways, good sides, great sides. It all works itself out, all right? But as long as you're here and you're practicing and you're working through it, you are getting something out of this. All right, everyone ready for the other side? Come on up. I'm getting off my soapbox there. We're gonna do the other one. So now on this side, right knee is in line with the hip. Get that left heel on top. Again, we have a good side and a great side. This is not my great side. And that left knee is supposed to drop open. Keep the knee right in line. My knee is in line with my hip, but try to keep it right in line with your hip. And then get yourself back on down. Whew. Again, I'm squared off to you, not on my mat. Yep, I can't quite do that. I'm here. Okay. I can't get all the way down. I'm just going to stay here and hope that that knee is dropping back. Yes, it is. Lord knows I'm feeling it. In case you're wondering, I am feeling this. Wherever you are, try to breathe into your hips. All right, so just try to let it go. All right, take a few more breaths there. And then just bring your knees together and come on up. All right, so now, I'm gonna have you hold on. Let's hold on to the back of the right leg. Okay, sit up nice and tall and lengthen the leg here. All right, so just a little stretch up here. Try to stay right up on your sit bone, so don't tuck your pelvis under. I should probably show it to the side. So you want to stay up here, not here. Up. Okay, so keep that leg lifting, getting a stretch in the hamstring. And now let's walk it on down. So hold on back behind it and roll on back down. Once you get down, bend at the knee, and let's take the knee over to the left side. Keeping that right arm extended. You want to see the whole loop. Okay. Now, do your best to get both shoulders down. Keeping now your left hand onto your right thigh. Let your right foot touch down. And release here. Look over the right shoulder down to the right fingertips. Breathe into this. How are we doing out there, all right? Easy breaths. Should feel good to find this rotation here. We're nice and warmed up. All right. Hug both knees back into your chest and rock and roll on up. Other side. So again, I'll show it to the side. So you're going to extend the leg up. Stay right up on your sit bones. Okay? So try not to tuck under. Lift up. Keep the leg pulling in. So just getting a good stretch in the back of the leg. Keep the chest pressing towards the thigh. And now let's go for a walk on down. Take the leg with you. Take that stretch. And then bend at the knee. And take the leg across. And looking down to the left hand. Make sure you have your left toe touching. So if the leg is just kind of floating here, you're not probably getting as much out of this as if you can let the toe touch. So having that point of stability there kind of lets you really get into your practice of pressing both shoulders down to the mat, anchoring there, and at the toe, and then just releasing into this twist. Taking your breath, letting it wind its way down your spine, and back up again. Keeping that pressure on that left thigh, drawing it across the body as you stay anchored in your shoulders. And then everyone just rolling onto your back. So we have just a few moments left. So roll onto your back and just find a comfortable place to spend the next few minutes. I'm going to sit up and just talk you through this. Okay, so the hard part is over. Now is the part where you just get to take these last few moments and check in with yourselves. So new normals going on, new patterns to our bodies, to our routines, to our lives, okay? And I'm sure you might be feeling it. You might be saying to yourself, why do I feel a little sore, a little bit tired? You know, I'm not doing as much, or I'm doing things different, or I'm not exercising the way I normally do. But our bodies, you know, take a little bit of time to react to change like this. And we will, we adapt. We are just built to adapt, to change. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Doesn't mean it's always going to be easy, but we definitely have this. And making time for moments like this in our practice in yoga gives us all of the tools that we need. Okay? So right now, just take these moments and let your breath wander to those places that you know need a little extra attention from you today. So once the breath is there, just give yourselves a chance to identify those areas and to give yourselves permission to let the healing begin in those areas. Taking these moments to slow your breath down. Feel free to adjust your position. You don't have to stay in the same position this entire Shavasana. You're free to move. You're free to also stretch or do another pose if you prefer. But just make sure these moments are about you listening to your body and what your body needs. And keep your focus on you just for a little while longer. See if you can draw your breath back down into your hips like we did at the beginning of the hour, and clearing out anything else you're still storing there that you know you don't need. Any stress, any anxiousness, any nervousness, let go of it. None of that is going to help right now. Take your breath into your shoulders and into your neck, and let your breath massage away whatever tension might be hiding out there. Kind of roll the shoulders around, loosen it up, maybe one shoulder at a time, maybe rolling them forward and then back, but let go. And now everybody, reach your arms up over your head and stretch through your right fingertips and your right toes, really lengthening now on the right side of the body. And then do the same thing on the left side of the body. Reaching your fingertips away from your toes, finding that extension. And now reaching all of your energy through your 10 toes and through your 10 fingers, and just take that big stretch right now. And feel yourself invigorated. Feel yourselves ready to do anything. And just gently hug your knees into your chest and bring yourselves up, and just join me here in cross-legged position. All right. So that was a great hour. I hope you felt as challenged as I did during those poses. I hope you were able to feel something maybe that you haven't felt before. Remember, you can keep going back to these same workouts that we're offering here on our Facebook page. And stay tuned. We have more to come, more exciting classes. And we look forward to seeing you in any way, shape, or form that we can. Thank you so very much, everybody, for making time for yoga today.